I'm here with another Xcode tutorial. Now in this Xcode tutorial I'm going to go over proper generating random text, and in this one it's going to be alphanumeric text, and if none of you know what that is, well, I'm pretty sure some of you would, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on the video. But basically what it is text that has letters and numbers in it. So I'm going to teach you how to create that, plus also it doesn't take much to actually generate it without the numbers in. It's pretty simple, but we'll get into that. Now, before I do this video, I will say that I did not kind of create this myself. I took it off a Java version, so I took it off a generator created by someone in the Java programming language, and I just kind of converted it to C. Plus also it's kind of mixed with another guy's thing written in C, so I will give both of those guys credit, so please go check them out in the description. Both links will be there, one for the Java guy and one for the guy who wrote it in C. So yeah, what we're going to do, make a view-based application. I'm going to call it random, save it on my desktop as usual, and I'll try and make this video as quick as I can, guys, which I'm normally not. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just going to speed up me making the outlets and stuff, just so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll just quickly explain it because it's going to be an advanced tutorial, so I'd expect you know how to do it anyway. So off we go. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see I've just made a label here which is kind of simple, an action here on IBAction just to make the action, and here I've created a void with a parameter in it of the actual string length. Now you don't really need this, you can just put all of this code that will be in here into here, but then we just need to create an integer value of the string length. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, that's basically how long you want the alphanumeric string to be. So if you want the string to be 10 letters and numbers long, you put 10 in that parameter. If you want it to be 2, then you put 2 in that parameter. So yeah, that's what that means. Like I said, you don't have to have a void, you can just put it in the action, but I'm just going to have a void to call it so I can show you how the parameter works. So in the .m here, we're going to have our action, which I'll speed up. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see I've just had an action here, and it goes to the void generateRandomString, and it sets the parameter for the integer, which is 5. So I'm going to have a thing of 5. So I'm going to go back here, I'm just going to copy and paste this void in here, and put it in like that. Now also something I forgot to add up here, in here is a NSMutableString, which will be the length, not a length, I mean the characters, so I'm just going to call it chars. So that's going to be the characters and numbers that are going to appear in our string. So whatever you put in this NS string will be jumbled up, mixed around, and then put back into a random order for the string. So first of all, I'm going to set that up, so chars, and I'll speed this up because you don't really want to see it. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see I've just created a chars here with all the alphabet in there and all the numbers. Now I've put capital letters and I've put lowercase letters just because I want to. And like I said, if you don't want numbers in there, then just delete the numbers out of the string. You can also have a bool statement here, and it will switch between two different strings, one with numbers and one without numbers, and that bool could be set by the user to say, I want numbers in my string, I don't want numbers in my string. So that's pretty much easy, that's kind of easy to set up. And now I'm just going to kind of write out a new NS string, and it's going to be a mutable string, and it's going to be the new string that we create. So I'm going to create the new string now that's going to actually have the random stuff put into it. So it's an NSMutableString, and I'll speed this up because you don't want me to see it. Alright, there we go. And as you can see, I've just created an NSMutableString here, and it's a string with the capacity, or that basically means with the amount of characters of string length. And as we know, string length is here in the void as a parameter, and we've set that to 5. So at the moment, the random string can only have a capacity of 5. So that's kind of simple. And now I'm just going to do a quick for statement, which will basically create our strings, our random strings. So here we go. Alright guys, I'm back, and I don't think I've gone over it for statements yet in my tutorials, but I will. Basically, in the for statement, I make a new integer called I, just because it's easy, and I'm going to make it equal 0. Then, this is much like an if statement, so in this bit here I go, if the I is less than string length, then do the for statement and plus 1 to the I integer. So now I equals 1. Now, the reason I have this kind of middle bit here, if you know about for statements, you'll know that it will keep looping round and round until I does not equal, until this statement becomes false, basically. So if I is now greater than string length, then it will stop. And what this does is basically it will keep running the for statement until I is greater than the string length. Now we all know the string length is set by the guy up here to 5. So as we increase, what this basically does is every time it loops round, it adds a character to the random string. And then it will go round again. If it's true, it will add another random character. And it'll keep going until it's reached that maximum character count of 5, and then it will stop. Therefore, the random string will now have 5 random characters in it. So that's how this for loops. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to tell the string to append the format of the C. So this is much like when you do %at in a thing to put a string in, or %i to put an integer. Now, I'm not exactly sure what C does. I can't remember, but if you do put lowercase c, you will get a different format. So make sure you put capital C, otherwise it won't work. Well, it might do, I'm not sure, but I know lowercase c is different to capital C, so make sure you put capital. And then what we do here is we tell it to append the format, and then we put comma, and then we tell it to add a character randomly picked from this chars string. So what we do is we tell it here to replace the %c with this bit here. Now I'll just go through this. So it goes into the characterAtIndex, which means it goes into here, and that index is going to be randomly chosen by a random number generator, which is what rand is, and then it uses the modulus sign, and it goes characters length. So what it does, it basically goes into the character string, and then it picks a random spot that was chosen by how long this string is. So it will change depending on how many letters you have in this string. So obviously it will become random each time, and because it's a random number generator, it will randomly generate a random thing. So then what we got to do now I've explained all that. Now what we've got to do is just set the label's text. So it's going to be label.text space equals space, and then it's going to be, wrong thing. It's going to be in the void, label.text space equals space random string. And that's as simple as that. So now we can build and run, change it from my iPod, and hopefully we can get some random strings. And I'm an idiot because I forgot to set the button, so I'll be back in a minute once I've set the button up. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see I've just created a little interface here, So that's obviously the label that will change. So we click push. As you can see, a completely random, I've forgotten what it's called now, alphanumeric thing here with lowercase letters, capital letters, and a numbers in there as well. Push it again, we get a completely different one. This time it's come out with no numbers, but that's fine because, well, we want that. It's completely random. Okay, and as you can see, it just keeps going on and on and on. Now, if I click stop and start again, as you can see, it's a completely different thing. So it will keep giving the same what's it called? The same thing though, which is really annoying. So what we're going to do back here is we're going to change this thing in here from rand to arc4random, and there's complex reasons into why this actually does give a completely random thing every single time, and it's basically because it seeds itself with a random number to start with. So it takes like the time or the date, and obviously the seconds change constantly. So as you can see, we get NCJ40, stop, build and run. And as you can see, we get a completely different one to start with. So that's how you fix that one. Sorry I forgot to do it in the middle of the video, but just put arc4random instead of rand. And there you go, that's that fixed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on generating random alphanumeric strings, properly random now with the arc4random thing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch my other videos, which are obviously on my channel. Just choose your pick, anything that fancies you. I mean that you fancy. Yep. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. And please rate on these things. Give me a like because it makes me know that you like this type of video and I can make more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thing pop up just down the bottom there at FailcakeApps. Don't forget to click on ads in my videos because they help. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and see you in my next tutorial.